Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Last time I fell off of a ledge, well, a stairway, like, countless number of times, wasted I don't know how many minutes of game time, but it was bad. So this time, I think we got pretty much everything done in the area around here. There's one more thing we can get. Well, there's a few things we can take care of. So let's head this way first, and let's meet up with a well, the family member of a particular Onion Knight, a good friend of mine. That's right. We're going to be meeting Siegmeyer's daughter, actually, which is pretty damn awesome. She's actually got some business to take care of here in Lordran. Specifically, she is searching for her father. But, right there we actually got a... How do you pronounce that? Caduceus? 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 I feel like it's Caduceus. But decorated by an ancient blue Caduceus. Caduceus? A standard, widely used shield. So it's pretty good. Stability is not bad. You know. How much is stability here? It's actually a little better than what we have. You know, I'm in for a change. You know, I feel like I could go with a slightly lighter shield, and this is a pretty cool looking one, so let's go with that. And we're fat rolling. Oh no, that's not good. All right, so maybe that's a bit of an issue. Is this thing actually more? Is this thing heavier than That's 5.0. That's 3.0. That's actually less. Oh no, it's because I changed the armor set and I haven't really been paying attention to whether or not it's... Yeah, we're fat rolling with this stuff. So maybe I have to pack light if I want to wield the Grant. Well, as much as I like this set, I might have to do that. But let's run around with it, at least for a little while. Oh wait, sorry. We're gonna go for Sieglinde, is her name first. Alright, so we step out here through the fog. Need humanity. Well, I have no humanity to give, but I will give you a little health. Hope that helped. You never know. Sometimes people will post online just random experiences they had, and that, you know, that one message rated saved them at the perfect time. 90% of them are more along the lines of, you know, they always get their messages when they're not fighting things, but you never know. It's always good to try and help. Oh, I feel so beefy. Oh god, I'm dead. I can't. I have to be quicker. I have to be quicker on my feet. I really want to use the Grant. I'd love to show it off. I think I'll keep it for PvP if we get invaded by anybody, but other than that, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to relegate it to yeah. See, I just... It's a lot more important to me to be able to at least medium roll, at the very least. And I mean, I've really come to like the Man Serpent Greatsword. I never used it before, but I really do like it. So we'll stick with that. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Caduceus? Caduceus? Caduceus sounds like rolls off the tongue, but I don't know if it's correct. I just hope I don't sound like a Caduceus saying it. Ha ha ha. Sorry, that was really poor. I'm really poor today. My sense of humor, it is failing. So I found out recently, so Dark Souls, the PC port was originally done with Games for Windows Live. Games for Windows Live as a service has, I believe, essentially shut down by this point. So, you know, the other thing is the Man Serpent Greatsword kills these guys in 2 shots. It still takes 2 shots to kill them, at least in this particular case, with our Grant. And for how much faster the Greatsword is, like, I don't know, I stick by what I said. I still really like the Grant, at least for PvP, but I'm just really digging the Man-Serpent Greatsword right now. The Grant's more for getting, like, tricks on people and playing mind games, because it does a lot of damage, and it can come out surprisingly quick with that rolling R1 when you two-hand it. But otherwise, for fighting, like, big bulky enemies that can just tank through your hits, it's a little more dangerous. And for how heavy it is, and the fact that it's gonna make us fat roll otherwise, it's just... I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Now the Great Scythe, though, I could never go wrong with the Great Scythe, because it is legitimately probably my favorite weapon in the game. Just moveset-wise and everything-wise, it's a boatload of fun. So this Crystal Golem is actually giving me quite a bit of trouble. He's a bit tougher than the Gold Golem that we fought in Darkroot Basin, where we fought the Hydra to save Dusk. But here you go. Sieglinde pops out of the head of the golem when we kill it, and now we can talk to her.
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you. I am Sieglinde of Katarina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you.
She's a very kind of light, squeaky voice.
Oh,
it's not bad, though.
My father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine.
Yes.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we'll just stay put and keep out of trouble.
So Sieglinde here is searching for her father. I think she's wielding a claymore there? Looks like a claymore. Her father wields this Y-hander. She just goes for the one step below with the claymore. Claymore's good, though. Very, very speedy as greatswords go, and really nice on the damage.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we'll just...
Yeah, okay. I didn't need to listen to that again, but I did anyways. So, like we did with her father, if I can, like to show off, you can actually see her face through the helmet. There you go. Can only really get profiles, but oh god, she looks really surprised at something. Is that guy... Did that guy understand anything I said? Is he an alien? Oh my god, it's actually perfect. Because the horror is an alien. That's what this is. The horror comes from the far reaches of space. He came down to this world, and now he has found a place he belongs in. A place of turmoil and crystal golems and murder. Oh, here we go. Crystalline set. Let's check this stuff out now. Crystalline set, right here. Crystallized helm worn by a hollowed knight who is partially crystallized. Only partially, though. The power of the crystal grants high defense. So, pretty lackluster description, but if you check out the look of this set, it's actually really, really pretty. There's some nice designs on it. I almost wish you could get a non-crystallized version of it, because on its own, it's a really neat set. All these kind of designs, the swirls and curves. It's got a lot of really nice, I guess, embroidery, and I mean, that helmet is really cool. So yeah, this is a really another really nice set. Look at that booty. Got a little crystal on your butt. It's great. But yeah, as I said, I believe that you can repair this armor set if you need to. Unlike most other crystalline things. I guess because this is only partially crystallized, it isn't based off of the crystal that it's... Well, it is based off the crystal that it provides high defense, it says in the description, but it's also, you know, you don't have to worry about it breaking and not being repairable, because it's a unique set, so... There you go. And I think we have one more guy to kill out here. I don't have to kill all these guys out here. I could just wait until we come back, because I do have one other, a few other things to do before we actually delve into the Crystal Caves. But we can at least check out the entrance and then return. We're going to be going back to the prison section of the archives, because last episode, the very end of last episode, we got the giant key giant cell key to free Big Hat Logan. Oh yeah, and we didn't check that out. So giant cell key. Key to the giant cell below the Duke's Archive Tower. The giant cell once imprisoned countless maidens, but is now empty save for a few key persons. They struggle to uphold their sanity as the horde of mistakes writhe at a fearfully close proximity. So essentially that giant cell used to hold the maidens that Seath would experiment on. We know he used them and created the Pisakas because we heard 2 of the Pisakas crying, and we got miracles from them, which confirmed that they were in fact maidens of Guinevere, daughter of sunlight, or goddess of sunlight, whichever title's more proper. But now it only holds key people, in this case just Big Hat Logan, and the maidens who are now the Pisakas get to be used as intimidation factor as they stare at him through the cell door, or the cell bars. So anyways, we don't have homeward bones. I guess we're taking the long way back. Alright, so we're gonna head back through here. That was weird. I was looking, I was seeing if, like, that was a fog gate, if we were being invaded or something, but I think the textures of the archives just hadn't loaded in yet. So we will be speaking with Sieglinde later. I think we meet up with her again in Firelink Shrine, and then she might provide us with some reward of some sort. Maybe, I'm not sure. Or maybe she goes straight to the final point of that quest. I believe she stops off in Firelink first, however. Alright, so head up here. This is actually one level too low. Gotta go one more above. Oops. Getting shot in the butt. Hello. Do a dance. You should totally do a dance. Yeah. Wow. One-shot him. Okay, yeah, I think that just objectively, the Man-Serpent Greatsword is leagues better than, than the Grant. I'm sorry, Grant. I thought I loved you more than I do. I do still, but the Grant is just... it's a little too bulky for me, I guess. It's funny, I was discussing it, I was with some friends and I was defending it. I was like, no, I really like the Grant, it's a good weapon. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know if the Grant's really a great weapon anymore. It's making me sad. Getting very emotional. So we got our vitality up to 25. Pretty good. Gotta evade all these snake men. I mentioned multiple times in the text comments 2 episodes ago when we were down here before, but I kept trying to go for the Man-Serpent shield drops. There is no Man-Serpent shield that you can obtain. I mean, they have the shield. I always thought you could get it, but you can't. It's not even a rare drop or anything. It just doesn't exist as a thing you can wield. And I did know that previously, but I forgot, and I thought again that you could get it, but you cannot. The sad truth is. So let's take care of the Pisakas. Oh god, let's not get killed by crystalline undead. Do some nasty damage. Oh, if that was close. Didn't quite reach me for the grab. Which is fortunate. What does this do? Okay, I think it just does some plain magic damage. Or maybe it does armor damage? I don't know. I don't think it has any acid properties to it. Let's take care of them one at a time. And again, those 2 who were crying, they don't respawn. They're one-time spawns. So we will not hear of them again. Oh, we got a drop. Let's see, we got humanity. Nice. You know, it might have been actually in my favor if I hadn't spent those souls on leveling up, because we're going to have to buy a lot of stuff from Logan. He's going to start offering us sorceries now.
Hello again. What a chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. The thought offends as a student.
He's actually already said this dialogue, I just realized. So let's just open the door, talk to him from in here, and he should have something new to say.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
Alrighty, big hat. Look at that big hat.
Hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll head out soon. I wish to lay down my plans before I visit the archives.
Yep, alright, so we'll leave him be. Big Hat's reward for saving him is he will finally teach us some pyromancies. And right there we got a Firekeeper soul, so we can upgrade our Estus Flask once more. But yeah, we'll be learning whatever he learns from the archives. And since the archives focus a lot on crystal magic, crystal sorceries, he's going to be learning quite a wealth of that and selling it to us for top dollar. So it's going to be very expensive. And we do actually have to buy out all of his stock, I believe, if we want to complete his quest line. So that's a bit of a pain, but we'll do it.
Hello. Don't mind me.
Okay. I will not mind you then. So we've saved him. We can head right on up. And I think that we can warp to the bonfire in the archives now, right before the crystal caves. So I might do that in just a little while. First though oh, oops, this isn't where the bonfire is. First though, I'd like to make a trip back to Firelink Shrine just really quickly and speak with Sieglinde, because I think she'll be back there by the time we warp. Up, still too early. Hi. Excuse me one moment. Ow! You silly fool. I should have locked on. I was not blocking the right way. I knew he was going to follow up, but... Oops. What can I say but oops? No, wrong way again. Alright, I'd like to keep those souls if at all possible, so... Ah! Oh! There goes the souls. Okay. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. Okay. Oh, this bonfire is cut off. Of course it is. Damn it. So we gotta go the long way regardless. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna put you guys through this. Come on, chairs, really? The chairs? This is the most sturdy chair ever in existence. It's the Lord chair. Oh god. If they hit you, then you automatically sit up. Alright, let's go back to Firelink Shrine for a sec, see what Sieglinde's up to. I don't mean to break up our progression through here, but I figure it would be helpful to offer that, what is it? Firekeeper soul right here. So yeah, this is just a generic one, because we picked it up off of a nondescript soul, but here we go.
Oh, hello again. We're both managing quite well, aren't we? But I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him?
Yes, in fact we have.
Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put.
So we're getting a little insight into Siegmeyer's family. It seems Sieglinde is slightly embarrassed of her father. He's going around causing trouble for himself and others. I don't mind though. I mean, he's a cool guy, but Sieglinde is desperately trying to find him and see what's going on with him.
Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble.
Alright, so she's gonna leave Firelink Shrine now, and that continues that plot line just to take care of it. Now let's go to Anastasia.
That you have agreed to link the fire. I thank you sincerely. Finally, the curse of the undead will be lifted, and I can die human. I am powerless, but I will do all that I can. Please, save us all. Please.
I didn't even recall that she had that dialogue. That's pretty interesting.
Forgive me. I am impure. Leave.
So she goes right back to not wanting to speak. But she just wanted to take that opportunity to thank us for agreeing to link the flames. Now, the ending decision is completely up to you. You don't have to go one way or the other with it. So, although we are going to do the Link the Flame ending for this particular playthrough, yeah, you make your choice at the very end, and it's based upon what you've seen up to that point that you make your decision. I mean, that essentially sums it up. Okay. It's not that many souls, but I used up what I had.
Oh, there you are. Just so you know, Master Logan has left on his own again. It seems that he is still determined to find the famed regal archives in Anor Londo. I intend to search for him. Only before I leave, there is one thing I wish to do. You see, Master Logan has left most of his books. With them, I could teach you Logan sorcery. You have done much to assist me. Before I leave on this journey, I will teach you all that Logan has to share.
So since Master Logan, or Griggs's master...
Oh, hello. You made it. Then let us begin. As promised, I shall bequeath Master Logan's sorcery to you.
Since Logan left and left most of his books behind, now Griggs's repertoire of magic that he can teach you has grown considerably. And he will remain here until you've bought each of these. So, essentially that's your opportunity to get a lot of neat sorceries, in addition to Logan teaching you some of his own that he learns in the archives. But just a really good time for sorceries around this point in the game. You can also get the Lingering and Bellowing Dragon Crest Rings. I guess we'll buy those, focus on those from him. Let's talk to him a little more.
Master Logan is at the archives. Thank the heavens. Finally, his wish has been granted. I suppose he has his head buried in those tomes. That's always what made Master Logan happiest. Ah, I can just imagine him now.
And, you know, Griggs, you gotta live for yourself. I mean, Master Logan's cool and all, but he's got his own issues.
I wish to do what I can to locate Master Logan. I am aware of my shortcomings, but I cannot very well just sit around here and rot. Oh, do not worry. I have considered our relationship. I will only leave after I have taught you all the sorceries that I know. I shall count myself lucky if I manage to locate Logan, or even return here in one piece.
So that's really considerate of Griggs. He'll stay here before searching for Master Logan until he's taught you all that he can.
2 things are required for sorcery. First, you must equip a wand. Second, you must attune a sorcery. Then you will be ready to fire away. Oh, and don't forget to aim.
I think that's old dialogue.
2 things are...
Yeah.
Then... Oh, and...
Don't forget to aim. Alright, so... I think that's about all we've got here for now. Do you have anything new, Ingward? I don't know, I just want to check on you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What is it? I will help you in any way that I can.
Alright. You're much cooler than that Petrus guy. You know, even though you're voiced by the same person. Alright, let's get back to the archives now. Work. Should be, yeah, right down here, Duke's Archives. And we should be right on that balcony overlooking the field to, yep, Crystal Caves. So, before we do this, let me use up a Twin Humanity. I would like to go in with... Oh, actually, we have 20 Estus, so that's not even, like, it's not even a factor. But, I don't know. Let's just have our humanity in case. And in case we end up using those 20 Estus on our way there and then die, we'll have at least 10. I can deal with Seath with 10 Estus, but, you know, 20 is good too. So, we've spoken with Sieglinde, took care of that Firekeeper soul, and now let's see how Logan's doing, because he's actually found his way into the archives, the furthest reaches of the archives here, and set up a little space for himself.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent, more than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you, and the secret of Seath's immortality.
So that's important. The sorceries are nice. If you check this out, he actually sells a lot of the same things that Griggs will sell you, and they both sell you them for ridiculous prices. I might have to grind a bunch of souls just to buy all this stuff, but that said, yeah, the important thing here is Seath's immortality, because you saw before when we tried to re-enter and do some damage to Seath with a lightning spear, he immediately regained the damage that we did to him, so he cannot be killed in his current state.
Ah, the secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the Primordial Crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the Primordial Crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens, the Primordial Crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest.
So that was a little interesting earlier there. I think the second line of dialogue, he just kept on going. I thought it was just a subtitle glitch, but apparently they took that whole audio file of him doing the 2 lines and then did a retake of the 1 line afterwards and forgot to take out the first one, it seems like. So that's funny. But as he said there, Seath, when he betrayed his own kind and essentially killed all of them along with Gwyn, the witches, and Nito, he stole from them the Primordial Crystal, which is interesting that they have one because on their own they were everlasting. The dragons, except for himself, were everlasting, so they were immortal on their own account. Seath himself stole the Primordial Crystal, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they were immortal because of it, and then he stole it, and that's what made them no longer immortal, and so Gwyn could kill them with his sunlight spears, and the witches could kill them with their firestorms, Nito with his miasma of death, etc., etc. But essentially, at some point, Seath steals the crystal and unlocks the power of it to fuel his own immortality, so that he can live like the other dragons did, because he was weaker than his brethren. He was different. He was blind, scaleless, you know, all that stuff. So
the tomes stored in these archives are truly magnificent. A great pool of knowledge, the fruits of superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seath had an unsound fixation, but his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice, and I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful, scaleless beast.
That wonderful, scaleless beast. We can sound we can hear a little bit of maybe obsession with Seath's magics because of the knowledge that he uncovered despite his descent into madness. So Old Hat's kind of cool with the magnificent, scaleless beast, but maybe to an unhealthy degree. We're not sure yet, but sounds like he himself is perhaps a little unsound.
The tomes stored in a great pool of, some would say, all progress.
And that particular line, all progress demands sacrifice, it sounds like he's kind of going down maybe a path that is condoning some not very tasteful things.
Farewell.
So he's very curt with us. We get going. He has nothing to say. He's got his head in those books. So, I did say last episode we were probably going to get to Seath. I'm actually thinking, with the amount of time we've spent kind of dawdling around, we might need another episode before we get to that point. But, it's no problem, really. You know, if we take another episode, we take another episode. At that point, we could even get quite a few things done afterwards, after killing Seath, but you know, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how long it takes. So we're in the Crystal Caves now, Crystal Cavern, and essentially, I mean, it's more par for the course from what we saw up above. More of these golems. Let's outrun these guys from above so we don't have to deal with fighting them. Their aggro range isn't too bad, so shouldn't be too problematic. We do have some crystal lizards here. I'm not sure that I'm gonna keep coming down here to kill every single one of them, but I'll kill what I can. Now, it's interesting, what you're seeing right now, is some of the areas that we walk on are actually invisible, hidden paths, as that sign says. Yep. And the thing that's really nice is that a lot of people leave messages along this area to help you out, to guide you through. But the sound cue and the little flakes of crystalline stuff floating down, landing on these platforms is also, you know, your other indication that you can walk on certain platforms and maybe not on others. Or invisible platforms and not on other invisible, or on other spaces of air where you'll just fall to your death. But you see, we also have moonlight butterflies. These things are not hostile to you, and I have no intention of pissing them off. At least not right now, because they're quite a bit harder to hit from this location. I think they'll continue floating. I mean, I could try and kill just one, but they are honestly, for the most part, quite docile. I'm not going to kill this one. He's pretty chill. I don't want to bug him. Here. I think that's BS. that is not where you want to go from. See, right here is where you want to start out. And you see we have helpful signs guiding us. That is actually a developer left note. So that, at least that very first one, will always be there. And from there you follow these flakes. A couple of community left messages helping you out there. Got this crystal golem. Let's go down a little bit, but let's fight him up here, because that area down below here can actually get a little slippery. We can actually slide and fall off if we just run straight to him. And you don't really want to fight him further down there, because you see it does tilt a little bit, and it's not a good time. So, alright. Let's continue to follow these signs. This part is optional, but nonetheless does lead us to some nice loot. So here, just keep on following them. It's a really nice place to leave notes. Help people out if you can. So we have another golem right here. Got an item there. It's gonna jump attack us. These guys are pretty resilient. Takes three good hits from our Man Serpent Greatsword, so they're a little more powerful even than the ones outside. Oh, okay, finish them. Good. 19 Estus left. I think we're gonna be all right. So got a blue Titanite chunk. That's all we get down here, so we just want to make our way back up now. But yeah, the flakes falling on the ground, they are enough to get you through, but the signs are just more consistent guidance to let you know you're still going the right way. So that's that. First two sections. Only really one more well, there's only two mandatory ones. The one we just went on was the first optional one, and there's a second one that we're going to come to just below here. So hidden path ahead, we drop down here. If you turn around, there's a little cavern here. I think we might have missed one of them, but you know what? We did pretty well. If there was a third one, we might come back later, but that takes care of that. This is the difficult part, and this is probably why we're only going to be able to do so much of the Crystal Caves for this episode. So you want to pack a lot of prism stones for this section. We do have some signs that say path ahead helping us out, but you want to make sure you mark your path, because eventually it's going to end. This is not a straight and narrow pathway, and I hope I have enough prism stones to get us through this. No, I'm not sure. Back. Not sure what that entails. But you just want to keep an eye out for these flakes and where they're falling through, where they're not. CC over there. I have to take this very, very slowly. Okay. So we see at least ahead of us here. You end up leaving a very, very, close-knit trail. Oh, okay. Here's more. I'm gonna trust these guys. Here. Alright, so from there, I believe we want to just follow these guys, because if you go too far over... I just want to show kind of where the barrier lies, where you can end up falling off. I guess it's moderately lenient here. Yep, still haven't found the edge just yet. There you go. So there's kind of your limit. But if you follow these guys... We actually have a really nice amount of signs here guiding us, so... If you have the signs, then they'll get you through. Still, you want to be very careful. Just keep on using those prism stones. See? We're very, very close to the edge. So what we want to do now is pretty much follow this path. I believe it goes downwards towards those signs. Just keep on marking your way. Oh, we are in a dangerous spot. Okay. Yep. We're going to want to go this way, probably. Or maybe it's just a little curve. Maybe I'm, like, right along the edge. Yeah, I think that's the case, actually. Okay. Now we head downhill. Here. And I did it! I'll rate that up. I think that deserves a rate up. And what's your reward, you might ask? Blue Titanite slab. We're not even going to use that, because we don't really have any magic weapons that we're planning on making, but nonetheless, if you have some, and you're looking for the way to upgrade it all the way to its full capacity, this is what you have to do. This is where you have to go. It's a little scary, but make your way, connect back, and hopefully I'm not, like, anywhere precarious here. Yep, and just follow the signs back. And there you go. First try. Not too bad. I have bested you on this day, Gravity. And if you look back, we have a nice, pretty line of prism stones, all rainbow colors, going all different ways. So that's fun. That is probably the most challenging section of the Crystal Caves. But, like I said, it is totally, praise the sun, it is totally optional to do that. You don't need it unless you want the loot that it provides, so. And then the rest of it is pretty straightforward. The only ones that are required are very, very simple to get to, so. We get this Soul of a Hero. This guy actually gets pissed off at us, so. Yeah. Let's see how much damage we're doing to him. Okay. I'm not sure how much we're hitting him for. Oh, there it is. Okay, so like a few shots. Say 5 good ones. Dodge! Whew! That could have been bad. See, these are lesser versions of the Moonlight Butterfly, so they don't shoot double of everything. Not as bad, but still be cautious. And you saw there, really, they just kind of float around. So if you don't have a ranged alternative, I don't even think it's even possible to take them out with melee. And now this final section, eliminate one at a time. Just be wary of left. You got a couple traps here. Some nasty man-eater clams that we saw last in Ash Lake. So we want to take these guys on one at a time. I said back then, you really don't want to get 2 of these guys on you at a time. Let alone any more than that. But that message back there really reinforces that. Just try and approach them as systematically as you can. Just, you know, be cautious. That's the most important thing. Be cautious. So I think there's about 5 or 6 of these guys. Now the skulls inside of them, those are the skulls of previous victims, and these guys do drop purging stones. So if you get cursed, and this is a fitting area to be cursed, you can farm these guys for those purging stones, break your curse, and all that good stuff. Or if you've saved Ingward like we have, you can just go to him and get rid of the curse. But I don't know. This way is maybe a little quicker, less travel time, because you'd have to go back either to New Londo or Firelink Shrine, depending on where he is at the moment, to do so. But then, yes, also, of course, they drop Twinkling Titanite, which is nice to have. This guy is facing the wrong way. Let's kill him. And we're 41 minutes in, so I don't want to go too far, but let's make our first attempt against Seath. Be wary of curses. So we're going to enter in here, and there's no fog wall, so this is actually comes a little bit as a surprise, but... Oh. This is actually one of the really nice looking cutscenes of the game, and it shows your character in full form, so like if you want a nice look at your character, then this is the place to do it. We could go with the Robe of the Channelers. See how this looks. I mean, we could also go for what we've normally been wielding. Let's at least have our head, yeah, nice and clear there. Alright. Some neat narrative right there. Basically, we have approached the Primordial Crystal, which you start, it's behind you. And as we learned from Logan, Primordial Crystal is the source of Seath's immortality and his invincibility, essentially. Invincibility is a more accurate term. Immortality is more age, but, yeah, so he smashed the crystal, he gets upset for a little bit, not very long, though. And, here we see he's using his crystal magics. There is a tail cut for Seath. I just totally messed it up and died trying to get it. But you see the idea there. Essentially, we've uncovered the location in the heart of the crystal caves of the Primordial Crystal. And Seath is not having that. He is going to fight for his life, literally, his well, more accurately, his immortality, invincibility, whatever you want to call it. They call it immortality, but take it as you will. So he's going to scope out that area from now on. He's going to fight us down there, and I think he might still fight us from up there, but maybe not. The area we first fought him might be empty now, because he's fled from that position, retreated back to the Primordial Crystal, because we've pushed him back there, so... anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. Next time, we will go after Seath and hopefully have some more success. Maybe get an extra crystal lizard if I did miss one. I don't know if I did. I think I got both of them, but I could be wrong, so... That's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care, and, goodbye.